This time on Fliptv News, the headlines. Nigeria records 395 cases of circulating mutant polio virus type. Young Nigerians are most valuable assets, says Oshibajo. Why Nigerians should not wear military camouflage, says General Irabo. And finally, Lai Mohammed seeks implementation of MOUs with Namibia on culture tourism. Good evening, I am Shijola Afolabi. You're welcome to Fliptv News. Now the news in details. NPCDA Executive Director Dr. Faisal Shuab disclosed this in a statement on Thursday, saying the outbreak was a result of the immunity gaps in children. He attributed this to low routine immunization coverage and the suspension of several polio campaigns at the heat of the COVID-19 pandemic. Dr. Faisal, however, stated that the circulating mutant polio virus type 2 recorded in the 27 states and Abuja different from the wild polio virus which the World Health Organization gave its polio-free certification to Nigeria in 2020. It gave the assurance that the NPHCDA would scale in routine immunization, especially in the affected states, in order to curb the spread of the circulating mutant poliovirus type 2. Professor Yemi Oshibajo stated this on Thursday at the 2021 National Gold Award presentation ceremony of the Nigerian version of the Duke of Edinburgh International Award for Young People held at the State House in Abuja. The International Award for Young People Nigeria, an affiliate of the Duke of Edinburgh's International Award, is a non-formal education framework that inspires young people to dream big, celebrate their achievements, and make a difference in their world. Hailing the various ways in which young people contribute to the nation's well-being, the Vice President cited the example of the young Nigerians in our armed forces leaving behind family and friends to serve our country in various international security operations across the country. We have seen how young Nigerians rallied in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic and designed various technology solutions to support the government. He was quoted as saying in a statement on Friday by his media aide, Laolu Akonde. For the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, the present security situation does not allow the use of military gear by people who are not personnel of the DHQ. He gave the clarification on Friday during an interview on Channels Television's Sunrise Daily in reaction to a question about the crackdown on the use of military gear by civilians. These criminals among us have led to take advantage of the military, police, and other security agencies geared to perpetrate crime, said General Irabo. We live in a peculiar society. I do not need to restate what the makeup of our society is, what the level of discipline is generally. And when you compare it to Nigerian structure, to some places where a few individuals believe that whatever practice goes on in those societies should be replicated here, the other elements of social life in those societies, and they do not bring that to bear right here. According to the defense, the activities of criminals were military geared to perpetrate evil acts, prompted the armed forces to crack down on their usage. He stressed that the military has no problem with non-personnel wearing its gear, but such must be done with good intention, as the safety of the people would be its priority. The minister made the call in Abuja on Thursday when he received the Namibian High Commissioner to Nigeria, Mr. Humphrey Geizab, on a courtesy visit. A statement signed by ministry spokesperson Segun Adeyemi said he observed that the bilateral cooperation between the two nations, which dates back to 1992 on the platform of the first Nigerian-Namibia Joint Commission, expired without implementation, and expressed the hope that the MOUs will be revived by implementation this time around, because the agreement on tourism cooperation between both countries suffered both lack of low follow-up. A separate MOU on tourism cooperation was decided upon during the third session of the Joint Commission in 2008 and signed 6 years later in 2014. Unfortunately, the MOU, which had a lifespan of 5 years, has expired, and until then, nothing was done by our two countries. I am aware that efforts are on to renew MOU for another 5 years. Hopefully, this time we will act to implement the MOU, Mr. Mohammed said. For more news and updates, please stay tuned to Flip TV News. I am Shijola Afolabi. Have a good evening.